2.5 million years ago, our ancestors lived in silence. No words, no sentences, no language as we know it. And yet, they survived. They built communities, raised children, found food, and avoided predators, all without speech. But how did they understand one another? This is the forgotten story of how early hominids communicated without words, laying the foundation for human language. Meet Australopithecus, small-bodied, long-armed ape-like faces, covered in dark hair, but walking upright. They lived in groups of a dozen or more. Togetherness was their greatest weapon against predators. Every sound mattered. A scream meant danger. A grunt meant food. Calls became their invisible web of survival. But sound alone was not enough. Gestures became critical. A raised hand stopped the group. A finger pointed the way. Facial expressions spoke even louder. A grimace warned of danger. A soft look signaled comfort. A playful smile invited trust. Their communication wasn't language, but it was enough to coordinate hunts, share food, and raise young. Think of it as a dance of sounds and movements, primitive signals that created order in the chaos of the wild. Life on the savannah was unforgiving. Lions, leopards, snakes, all deadly. Communication meant survival. At night, cries echoed across the dark. Groups huddled together, warning each other with every sound. They had no fire yet. Their only defense was numbers, and communication kept numbers strong. Grooming was more than hygiene. It was conversation through touch, trust built without words. A soft grunt during grooming said, "I trust you." A sudden flinch warned, "I don't." Every touch had meaning. Even infants learned the language of sound and motion. They copied adults, shaping the first traditions of communication. Then came Homo habilis, shorter, stockier, larger brains, and something new, stone tools. Tools demanded teaching, but teaching required more precise communication. Gestures grew more complex. One-hand motion could teach an entire process. Now, communication wasn't only about survival, it was about knowledge. And knowledge changed everything. Teaching, learning, planning. These were seeds of human culture. Without words, they still passed wisdom forward. Over generations, their calls gained rhythm. Repeated sounds meant repeated meanings. These were not words yet, but they were stepping stones. The first sparks of structured language. From cries of warning to calls of joy, communication was no longer just survival. It was identity. This was humanity's first great invention, language without words. From Australopithecus to Homo habilis, our ancestors built invisible bridges of meaning without a single spoken word. These signals, cries, and touches shaped survival. And survival shaped humanity. And next, the greatest leap, when sound became speech and words transformed the world.